subtropical region. You can see this picture. This is a picture from Dalat in Vietnam, where you can see these huge number of polytunnels, polyhouse at one place. So let me tell you what is this subtropical. So these are the area actually extending between 35 north-south latitude. If you see here, this is here, the yellow color, and here also. So they are located actually between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. And if you see my cursor, that is a 40th parallel lines here. This is the 40th parallel lines here also. So this area, the yellow color, it shows the subtropical region. And there are some other area in the tropical region where at the higher elevation, like Western Ghat in India and Dalat in Vietnam, Chiang Mai in Thailand, and Cameroon Highland, Malaysia, where you will find subtropical climate, means that it's neither too hot nor too cold. So they are some region during summer, they are hot. During winter, there is a cold and a varied region of rainfall in this region. So in India too, if you see this color here, starting from Jammu, Chandigarh, Simla, Dehradun, Lucknow, Bhopal, Raipur, Ranchi, Patna, Guwahati, Itanagar. So this whole region actually we call subtropical region. It may be on the Himalaya side, it may be slightly temperate also, but the most of the plain area, it is a subtropical. You can see the part of Jammu Kashmir, Himachal, then Uttarakhand, northeast of area, which is we call a mountain climate also. And then part of Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, and Chhattisgarh, that also comes under this. So here we have higher elevation in this region, like Mahabaleshwar in Maharashtra, then Kodaikanal and Ooty in Tamil Nadu. Rainfall in this region, actually, if you see on the west side, it is less. As you go on the east side or toward the Himalaya, rainfall increase drastically. So in this plain area, the summer temperature, like in Delhi or you can say some other parts, it may reach 46 degree. Winter is normally dry. So as we are talking about protected cultivation, so this technology it started in 1998 when the first Indo-Dutch project that was started in New Delhi in the campus of Indian Agriculture Research Institute. So that was the starting. And thereafter, we have done a lot of improvement and we have refined our farming system to reduce the cost and suit the local condition. Now you can see the number of polyhouses, tunnels, and net houses, they are coming up. So by the end of last century, we have just 110 hectare in India, whereas the world over, there were 275 hectare under protected cultivation. So now at present, it is more than 70,000 hectare in India only. And states mainly where we are having a good number of structure in Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Haryana, Himachal, and Maharashtra. So a wide variety of crops can be grown in this structure. So it may be leafy, herbs, vegetable like tomato, peppers, fruit like berries, papaya, cherry, melons, medicine crop like ashwagandha, bacopa, jasmine, wide variety of flowers and ornamental like roses, gervera, carnation, orchids, and spices like turmeric, ginger, coriander, all kind of nursery plants. And now people are putting some animal shelter, juice, and recreational area, and even mushroom algae also that can be grown under the protected cultivation. So when we call about tropical area, then net house comes in our mind. You can see the structure here. This is a insect net house, and it is a actually combination of shade net and insect net. So these structure, they are made of steel or bamboo or maybe of PVC also. And we cover them either with the insect net, which we called 40 mesh or 50 mesh insect net, or shade net of varied type like 25%, 35%, 45%, 65, up to 90%. So depend upon which crop you are growing and where you are putting up the structure. So they are very low cost and best suitable for the tropical dry locations where rainfall is very less. Price may vary from 300 to 1500 rupees per square meter. You can very easily cover a large area. You can install very easily. You can do yourself also. You need not to go for very high-tech installation team. So a low insect pressure is actually when you are putting this insect net is very low in the structure. And you can extend your harvesting season also either earlier or later. So, but the issue with these net houses that during rainy season, you have high humidity, then it causes fungal issues inside the tunnels, net houses. So if you are planning to grow organically, then you have to think about that because there is a lot of disease and pressure inside these structure. So moreover, because if you are putting them in northern India, where you have a frost during winter, so that is a problem also because it is reducing your light intensity and also it causes more vegetative growth, less evaporation. So it may have a problem in the production. And when you have a windy season, just like that in the month of April, May, or maybe September, October, then there are chances of blown away. So there are new development that taking place in net houses also that you can see that here there are now different layers. They are coming up just like a triple layer. It been promoted by one company from Israel with the local collaboration of the biohydroponics from Gujarat. So this technology is coming up. So then this cable post design, as you see here, these are the posts and these are the cables actually. Probably you can't see there with the naked eye here. But here you can see that it's a very simple, very low cost structure and installation is also very easy. But when you are putting the different layers, just like you have a net house, insect net over the top, then you are putting a shading screen or additional screen for rain protection, then you need a very trained or skilled manpower to install this structure. So subsidy is also available for this structure. And with these now, this new technology that is coming up, so you have a better environment control, you have a better production and yield. Then tunnels is the next available technology, especially for hilly region in this subtropical climate. You can install them for winter production also, just like because tunnels, they are of two types. Low tunnels, just if you see my cursor here, they are installed for winter production of either strawberry or some some crops like cooker wheats in Punjab, Haryana, or Western UP. But if you are planning some very high value crops, then you need to raise the height. So we call these high tunnels actually. So they are again that they are made with the pipe or PVC, and with you have a plastic covering. It may be clear or it may be opaque type, depending upon that where you are putting. So these tunnels are good that during the winter when temperature are between 10 and 28 degree. So you can keep your crops warm because outside during winter time is very cold, and you can protect against the rain also. These are again the low cost structure you can install very easily, except these high tunnels. So you need some skill labor here. Price may vary from 500 to 2,500 rupees per square meter, depending upon that what level of material or technology you are using. So in these tunnels also, you can advance your harvesting season. And but again, the issue with the during summer or rainy period, you have a high humidity, high temperature inside tunnel, and so they are not suitable for summer and rainy season. Also, that difficult to grow organically. So if you are doing automation or something like that, I mean that this climate automation, then it's very difficult to do in such a large area if you are having multiple tunnels. So because some areas in these tunnels this main open, so there is a insect pressure also that they may enter from side. And there is also again the risk of losing this structure during high wind period. So new development is taking place. Just like you can see here, these tunnels, they are big size, height very good, and they have some additional protection also. Like you can see that these stainless steel wires over these plastic. So here the color may be clear or it may be opaque, depending whether you want to cool down or you want to heat up the environment inside. So one UK-based company is called Hagro. So they are providing these high tunnels for especially for berry and fruit cultivation, and some projects they are coming up. So it's a simple to install, but still you need some skill labor. And the advantage with the tunnel that you can have an early harvest, so that you can get a premium price of the produce. Then rain shelters, they are also becoming very popular now, especially for the fruit crops like grapes or pomegranate or cherry or apple also. So they are just like a greenhouse type structure, but it is covered with the plastic. But side there is no side wall. There is no wall here. That's why it is called rain shelter, just for protection against the rain or hailstorm. So, but sides are normally open in this here. So you can see this rain shelter for grapes, because the unseasonal rain during crop production of the grapes or pomegranate or even cherry, so that causes a lot of damage to the crop. So if you are putting up this type of rain shelter or cover to that, so at least you can keep your crop dry, or you can protect your crop. Like here you can see, here this is the first query, so it is under the high tunnels. So comparatively, they are still low cost, and they can either increase your temperature or lower down the temperature. And you can use the local available material also if you are putting a small size tunnels. So this is just a plastic over the top. So polyhouse is a very most prevalent technology here in India for the last 20 years, because Lot of subsidies has been given by the government. These works very well in the subtropical climate. You have a more ventilation, you have a more area inside, and for especially for subtropical climate like the foothill of Himalaya, or you can say the Bangalore or Mumbai, Pune area region or Western Ghat region. These structures are good for 8-9 month production, except during rainy season, because the rainy season due to high rain, a lot of humidity inside, so that may cause the fungal issues. So that is the only period when you have to avoid polyhouses. If you are targeting this rainy season as a high price window for harvesting, then you must avoid polyhouse. So crops are protected from rain, hail, and cold. And installation, you need a skilled labor here. And the price may vary from 1,000 to 5,000 rupee per square meter, depending again that how much area you are building. So here also you can advance your harvest season, and you can add additional screens inside. Just like here also, you can add the shading screen or illuminate or even blackout to grow the different crops. But a problem during winter or rainy season that because this covering, it reduce the light inside, so it may reduce your evapotranspiration, that may reduce your yield levels. So, and also during high wind, because the structure, if not installed properly, and high wind may damage the structure and crops also. So then fan-fed cooled greenhouse. Mostly you might have seen that all those projects that soilless projects that are coming in the urban areas, in the city or in your vicinity, they are having this type of structure where on one side you have a cooling pad and other side you have a exhaust fans, so that it may cool your daytime temperature considerably. Only that you have to see that, because energy and water consumption is very high in this fan-fed structure. So you have to see that which crop you can grow. So mostly people grow either lettuces or herbs or berries inside this structure. So I will skip here. Only issue with this fan pad structure, that it should not be installed in a very humid region, just like Konkan region, or even in the eastern India also, because if you have a high humidity outside, so it's difficult to get rid of excess humidity from inside to outside through these fans, and that may cause a problem to your crops. It may be a more vegetative crop than less fruiting and flowering. So in those conditions, you have to avoid it. Otherwise, for smaller operations in a city area, it's good. This technology is good. And there is also a risk of losing the plastic due to wind if structure is not correctly installed. So overview of these different technologies available in India. Polytunnels are the best suitable for winter production or at higher elevation. Net houses are the best suitable for summer production, but not good for rainy and winter seasons. Poly houses are the best for extended winter production or mild locations, but not for peak summer, rainy season, and tropical locations. Fan-fed poly house is the best for year-round production except for rainy season, but consumes very high electricity and water, and it's economical for only small size project. So what we need actually, we need to cool down summer temperature less than 35, heat up the winter environment more than 15 degrees centigrade, maintain humidity between 50 and 60%, protect crop or structure against your wind, frost, dust, erratic rains, and hailstorm. Protect your crop against insect, pest, and disease. Structure should be simple, not complex to manage. And power and electricity consumption should be less because both these items, they are becoming very costly now. And the system should be reliable with a minimum risk against wind and hailstorm. So there's a small video. Kindly listen it carefully.
Today, more people around the world than ever before are integrating fruits and vegetables into their diets. And as a result, retailers want to have stock available all year round. But there are several big challenges that growers like you are facing to meet this increasing demand. Extreme and inconsistent weather patterns result in inconsistent supply. Input costs are frequently rising faster than selling prices. And insects cause massive damage to crops at the same time as consumers demand that their food is produced with minimal chemicals. So for you, the challenge is how to have predictable and consistent supply when the weather is inconsistent. For over 35 years, we've been working on the solution. Introducing the retractable roof production system, which creates a more consistent growing environment for farmers in warm and hot climates. When the weather is ideal, the roof will automatically retract, allowing the natural outdoors to come inside. When cold, rain, or hail comes, the roof will automatically close to protect the plants. And when there is high summer heat, the roof closes 80% to protect the plants from direct sun, while also allowing for ventilation and cooling. The system is very efficient, as it requires only 1 to 2 kilowatt hours of electricity per day, per hectare, and requires minimal water for cooling when temperatures exceed 35 degrees Celsius. Cravo houses have proven to resist damage from hail and major storms, such as hurricanes and cyclones. By working with Cravo, you can create optimum growing conditions year-round to produce crops with larger size, with higher yields, longer shelf life, extend your harvest season, or target a completely different harvest season. Together as partners, we will create an innovative production system to meet your market opportunities and climate challenges, while targeting a 3 to 5 year return on investment. Join us as we continue to build production systems of the future that combine nature and protection to create superior growing environments. Today,
So nature and protection, and as you have seen that for 1 hectare, you require only 2 to 3 kilowatt uh, uh, electricity per day per hectare. Whereas if you see that if you are having a fan fed structure, then probably you may require 20 to 30 times higher power consumption for the similar size structure. So there is no such thing as one size fits all in the world of Cravo retractable roof houses. So kindly, this slide is very important. So kindly listen. Over the last 40 years, we have developed more than 75 retractable roof solutions, which enable Crabo House to be tailored and customized to meet our customers' specific requirements all over the world. So for choosing from 4 different house model, we have a flat roof for a tropical dry location, then 3 peak roof model for a tropical, you can say, uh, humid location. So 1 to 3 layers we can put up, one top layer, then second layer of insect net, third layer maybe it may be either additional for cooling, or it may be for blackout. And there are 11 different covering that we use here. So that's why that there are 75 different solutions which suits to your crops and your climate. So while considering a design, so these factors will be very important. What crops you are growing, either it's a berry or it's a vegetable, tree fruits, flowers, cannabis, or tree seedling. What is the biggest climate challenge that at your place? Either it's too hot, or it's too dry, or it's humid, wet, or cold. What is the most important harvest season? Uh, Either it's a spring, summer, fall, and or winter. Mostly in India, because we have higher prices either summers or rainy season. Because when open field production is not there, only then we can get the higher prices. So, what are the maximum winds that house could be exposed? So normally our flat roof X frame, they are suitable up to 110 kilo per hours, but the rafter and A frame can adjust up to 200 kph. Is the land relatively flat or undulating? So if you have a flat land, then we can consider for rafter house or A frame. And if it is a undulating type, then X-frame may work well. What is your labor cost and availability? Are you in a developed country with high wages or in a developing country with lower wages? It has a very big impact on your operating cost, because if labor costs are cheaper, then it's better to employ the labor. But if labor cost is very high, just like in all the developed country in Australia or USA, then you have to employ the machinery actually, so as to overcome those costs. What is the availability of capital? Whether it's limited or sufficient, so that you can achieve your target ROI. So normally in India, most of developing country, we have a higher interest rate, something like 8 to 13%. But in most of the developed country, the interest rate is between 4 to 6%. So you have to see whether you are taking a loan from the bank or you are having a funding from the financial institution. So as I told you that we have a 4 different models. So this retractable flat roof, this structure designed in 1981, is a low cost structure, as it doesn't have the gutter. So you can cover a large field actually, uh, any area, any shape, any size. So covering it may be a white or it may be clear, depending if you want to cool down or you want to heat up the inside. It may be coated, it may be uncoated. So as I told you that one motor can work for 1 hectare, and the span width is 8 meter, 9.6 meter, height we can increase up to 6 meter. Or sometimes in special case, if you are putting some tree crops, we can increase up to 8 meter also. And this X-frame house, this is actually with the gutter. So all these peak roof model, we actually install in a humid climate where rainfall is high. So this model is a latest one, and it can cover a large field area. As I told you that you can cover the undulating land also up to 7% slope. You can merge in this structure, and one motor is sufficient for 1 acre. And as this structure has a tension wire in the perimeter, so even if there is a high wind, so structure will move, but it will again after the wind is over. So it's a very versatile model. So you can put up a different layers below this roof. You may put up 2 additional layers or 3 additional layers as per your climate requirement. So you can grow multiple crops. You can any crop that you can grow here. So wind load capacity is 110. So span width is normally 9.6. So rafter house, it is actually for smaller operation, just like fan pad. If you are putting a house for nursery purpose or for ornamental, or you can say the garden center. So these structures are good. We can supply minimum size of 1,000 square meter. Here, It is actually wider span structure. Span may go up to 16 meter. So mostly the nursery people use this structure, and wind load capacity we can increase up to 177. So gutter height normally it is 4.3, but we are increasing now in a tropical location up to 5 meter. A-frame is a top model actually, which is the most rigid structure actually in the retractable roof category. So it is one of the oldest structure also. And normally this type of structure is installed in a very high windy area, just like in the Western Ghat, where wind speed may cross 200 kph, or in the high altitude area where you have a snow, like in Simla, Manali, or Srinagar. So you can put up a different layers here, and there are very different options from 7.31 meter up to 12 meter with the A-frame house. Gutter house same with the edge rafter. So we call retractable greenhouse when we are putting up actually clear plastic over top, so that normally that for to heat up the environment. If we are putting this project at a higher elevation, so this plastic actually it has a very good life. It may last up to 12 years or sometime up to 15 years also. So when we close this roof actually, then because it is a transparent material, so more light is trapped inside, or it may increase the heat temperature. So it's a good for winter or higher elevation. Normally these structure they are installed in 30 to 50 north south latitude or higher elevation. So they are the suitable for northern winter. Then we have a cooling house, because most of our area in India or in South or East Asia, it's a tropical actually. So instead of heating, we need a more cooling actually. So it's just like a shade of a tree or a cloud crossing over your head. So we are putting this white plastic here. So then it can reduce your leaf temperature below under this shade up to 25 degree. I'm not talking here the air temperature, but the leaf temperature that is required for photosynthesis of the crop. So most of tropical location, we install this white covering over the top. So you can put the additional layer below also. Normally, these structure are recommended for 0 to 30 degree north south latitude. So it is suitable for whole of the peninsular India. And life again, the plastic 8 or 12 years or maybe 15 years. So we can put up a insect net, as I told you. We can put up 2 other additional layer. It may be blackout for blackout purpose, or it may be for additional cooling. So 3 additional layers we can install below that. So retractable field covering system means if you are covering a large field, maybe 10 acre or 20 acre or 100 acre, we are building one of the largest structure in Western UP for 115 acre. So that is if large field cover actually. So field cover means you are protecting against the vagaries of nature, your crops. So this is actually X-frame type structure, which you can install for a larger operation. And orchard covering also, that if you are putting a orchard, your surface undulating, so you can put up either flat roof or X-frame structure. You can see here, this is apple crop, this is sweet cherry, avocado. So any fruit crop you can cover with this. So the shape again, that where is any shape or size. So leafy and herbs, they are becoming very popular in India, especially in the urban or peri-urban region, because a lot of people, they want to have a healthy slab. So you can grow these crop in tunnels or in polyhouse or in fan pad or in retractable also. Only you need to see that tunnels, they are good for winter purpose, but not for summer or in plain area. Polyhouse is good for very good for it, actually the subtropical region. Fan pad is the most that popular structure that for these urban area, because in urban area due to the pollution, your your temperature is always high than the rural area. So you need to have additional cooling. So daytime cooling you can do very well with this type of structure. So I will skip here. Uh, but problem with the, as I told you, power and water consumption is very high with the fan pad. So if your operating cost goes very high, then you can choose for retractable roof structure. Although that initial that capital cost will be higher in the retractable, but operating cost will be almost 10 or 20 times less than this fan pad structure. So you can see this is under the retractable roof. You can grow very good quality of leafy and herbs, which has a very good shelf life and good color. And you can follow the organic protocols also. So already we have a project in Delhi, in Kapaseda. Then we have a project in Hyderabad, Simply Fresh. If you Google, you will find them. So all they are growing in the NFT hydroponic system and following all the international that safety protocols for growing these leafy and herbs. So this is the Dower facility in Kapaseda where they are growing all kind of leafy. So and vine crops like normally tomato, cucumber, capsicum, because they goes very tall. So you can grow these crops very well in polyhouse or net house or retractable also. And because if you are growing for only summer production, then net house is okay. Or the region like Rajasthan, the western part actually, net house is okay for that because rainfall is less. But if you are targeting your crop in UP or the foothill of Haryana, Punjab, or Himachal Pradesh, then I think that you need a poly house, even Assam also, because this structure, it has a rain protection, and also that during winter it heat up the environment inside, so it's good for that. And if you are looking for year-round production in any area, then retractable roof is the best option, as you can see here. So I will skip all these description. The major advantage is the retractable, that pollination is not a big issue, and temperature, humidity you can manage very well. Whether it's 50 degrees centigrade temperature outside, you can very well reduce the leaf temperature below 35 degree. And humidity you can manage very, because you have a lot of openable space here on the roof. So humidity escapes from these open spaces. Tomato is a good crop, especially during rainy season. Prices of tomato goes very high. So, and moreover, if you are planning a specialty type of tomato like cherry tomato, grape tomato, then this leaf tomato, then I think you need to think about either polyhouse or retractable. So that's the best option for that. So here you can see this is a cucumber actually. This is a cucumber grown in Cravo. Here you can see a very good crop and good management also. You can take 3 to 4 cycle in a year. One cycle is 120 days actually, and you can increase. You can have a 4 or 4 cycles under the cargo system. And crop, the quality is very good, and the shelf life is very good. So if you see our client, this Triangle Farm, they are getting a good price as compared to other poly house or net house grower. Similarly, this colored capsicum, If you are having cravo structure, then you can take the yield of 15 to 20 kg per square meter. Whereas in poly house, you have a 10 to 12 kg per square meter. Net house, you can have 8 to 10 kg per square meter. So when the temperature goes above 30 degree and humidity increase above 70, then retractable is the best option. So it has been already proven that we have a thicker wall and good firm fruit. So the shelf life is almost 15 to 20 days higher than the greenhouse grown crops. So berries actually they are becoming very popular in India because a lot of these berries they are imported from other countries, except the strawberry actually. Even the strawberry, because strawberry availability is in India is from December till April or May, and rest of it you have to import or you have to use the frozen one. So now that now area has been increased under the strawberry, and even the location has also that you have a from north to south at varied location it is grown. So you have a now a extended growing season here in India too. And blueberries, a lot of projects they are coming on the blueberries also. So we have a project in that Purkaji in Western UP, which is 115 acre. So they are growing blueberry that probably next year you will get the fresh Indian local grown blueberry from March onward till May, June. Already that another project in MP, this IG berry actually. So they are already harvesting from February till May. So and also this raspberry actually that there is a company, US based company, which AMCO call this provide the planting material. So they have put up a different structure project in India. So they are harvesting this berry actually, and the farmer are getting a price of 2,000 or 3,000 rupee per kilo. It's a very good price that they are getting. Only issue with these strawberry or these berry actually, except raspberry, which you couldn't grow in the tropical location. You need a cooler night temperature when during the flowering or budding season or flower or fruit setting. So this you can see the different berries under the retractable roof. You have a better shelf life. You have a good yield as planting density is higher. And this is a strawberry. You can see these are the mother plants. You can grow like this and crop here. And you are normally that our grower that they are taking a yield of 1 to 1.5 kg per plant. And blueberry that as I told you that the now projects they are coming up. You can have tunnels in the higher elevation, like in above 1500 meter elevation. You can put up tunnels. But in the plain area, you need to have this type of retractable cooling house structure where you can grow this crop very well. Some people, they are putting under the shade house also. Uh, so these fruit crops like this fig, this kiwi and avocado, you can very well grow under the different structure. Normally that polytunnels normally used for berries actually, but especially the high tunnels. And you have some anti-hail nets for apple that you can put up an anti-hail net in Himachal and Kashmir that because during these months there is a hailstorm. So to avoid that, you can put up an anti-hail net. And now people they are going in poly house or in shade net house or insect net house. These papaya, these fig, these so many other crops, even banana also. So rain shelter I have shown you earlier. It's becoming very popular for these crops. If you are going for a low cost solution, because the advantage with the rain shelter, because you do not have any side wall, so you have a better environment than polyhouse. Retractable roof, of course, is a overall best. So here you can see the apple crop. This is a anti-hail net here under this anti-hail net. You can grow these fruit crops, apple, cherry. Here, this is a retractable roof. You can see this is a crop. So I will skip all the detail.
Mr. Rajendra,
Nutraceutical crop. Yeah.
uh, we are running short of time. Can we take up some
Oh,
questions?
it's
It's
almost
already
closed.
3:50. Okay.
It's almost closed now. So nutraceutical crop, as you know, that it has become very popular now after the COVID actually. So we have a project now in India also coming up. So especially this project actually with the Dabur, that they have did a trial of the ashwagandha, and they have found that very much very good yield and higher content of ashwagandha. Here you can see the picture. So flower nursery, I will not go into detail. You can grow as per your climate, all these, and as per the technology employed. So I will skip all the detail. So fig actually is, as you see here in the retractable roof, is coming up very fast, and it's a high value also. So if you are interested to put up a project in northern India, then go with the retractable roof. Also, the avocado is a good crop for the subtropical climate, and price is also good in the Indian market because we are importing a lot of avocados from other countries. And in the subtropical region, you can grow in the open field also. But if you are putting in a protection in other region, then you could grow very well. So thank you very much. So if you have any question, please ask.
Thank you, Mr. Rajendra Kumar, for a detailed presentation. Now I'll click.
Should I stop my screen?
Yeah, please, you can stop.
Okay.
Okay, so the first question is, what is the minimum investment required for setting up a viable greenhouse unit for high value crops?
It depends upon the crops and what is your harvesting window and where you are located. So to say that until unless I do not know that about where you are putting your project, how much area you are putting, what crops you are growing, so it's very difficult to tell me. But if you are suppose in a urban area, if you are putting a leafy project for leafy and herbs grown in the hydroponics, so even 1,000 square meter or 2,000 square meter is sufficient for that. And if you are putting the project in the rural area, then because you need a bigger volume, so that your logistic cost or transportation cost are minimum. So you need to put up a larger area, maybe hectare, maybe 5 acre or 10 acre or something like. If you are growing fruit crop like blueberry, you need a large area because low volume, high value crop. So you need to put up a large area. Otherwise, it's very difficult to maintain the logistic cost. You need to have a reefer van. You need to have a good pack house. You need to have a good grading packing system, and also uh, cool chain, supply chain. So you need to build up that whole system. So you
Okay.
need to put up a larger area.
Okay. What services your company provides? Do you also help with preparing a project report and raising a bank loan?
No. It's actually job of the consultant, the financial consultant who do that. Technical side we provide.
Okay. And next question is, can you talk about some examples of your clients who have successfully set up and earning profits from their greenhouses?
Yeah, we have a half dozen of project already in operation in India since 2014 when actually Cravo started Indian operation and I joined. So we have a Namdhari that they put up in 2015. So you may know that this already a big company. So they are a very good retailer in Bangalore also. They have a number of these fresh produce shops in Bangalore, and they are also export to other countries. So they are doing well. And then we have the Simplifast project in Telangana, in near Hyderabad. So they are growing almost 40-50 crops, different kind of leafy, herbs, these tomato, capsicum, cucumber, then a lot of nutraceutical crops also. So next year onward, they are going for expansion. So this is a very big investment actually. So if they are going for expansion, so that means they are getting money for the for profit. And we have a triangle farm in Jairabad. So they are having 15-acre cravo facility where they are growing these cucumber, color capsicum, melons. So last week I was there at their farm. So they were selling this color capsicum at the rate of 120 per kilo. And once the rain sets in, the price will go higher. So they are expecting 200 plus per kilo, the price of their capsicum. So they are also growing melons. So, and in North India, that these two big projects that we already have. So they are also planning for next level. So when any customer plan for next level, then it means he's getting some profits. That's why they are going for expansion. So because most of our client, they are actually corporate or large commercial farmer, so they do not share their internal information. But it is very obvious that when they are going for expansion, so it means they are making money. That's why they are going for expansion.
Okay, right. Okay,
Yeah.
and next question is, what is the biggest challenge you face in marketing your services?
Now only so that we need to find out a right client actually, because this type of technology is not meant for the small marginal farmer. It is meant for large people who are looking for a large scale farming, and they wanted to grow high value crops for a premium market. So to find such people or such organization and to reach to their to find out the real guy is a challenge always. But now we have very comfortable because we have 6-7 projects already in operation in India. A lot of our clients, they themselves, they are doing a good marketing online on the LinkedIn or Facebook. So we are getting a recognition now. So we are not facing any problem.
Okay. So, okay,
Any
I don't
questions
see,
next?
I don't, no, there are no further questions from our participants. So now
Yeah.
we have come to end of question round. Agricultureinformation.com likes to thank Mr. Rajender Kumar for a detailed presentation and answering all the questions in depth. And we also like to thank all the participants for joining this meeting. The meeting will now be closed.
Thank you very much, Rajni and agricultureinformation.com. If anybody interested to know more about this type of technology, they can take my number or my email from the agricultureinformation.com and directly contact to me.
Yes,
Thank you
Mr.
very much.
Rajendra, I have already shared your contact number and email address
Okay,
with our
okay. Great,
participants.
great. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.